Today on Tamron Hall, a daytime exclusive. The Chrisleys, once living a lavish lifestyle on TV, then came federal indictments, a pardon, and prison release. Yes! Now in a daytime exclusive, Todd and Julie Chrisley tell their story. What's life really like after scandal and prison?
You're tearing up. Why?
I don't know. It's hard not to.
Do they still have the houses, the cars, the designer clothes?
You had paid, I think, around $300,000 in lawyer fees?
No, we paid about $3 million.
$3 million?
Yes.
Add the zeros.
What's the state of their marriage now? And what does the future hold for their family?
Was it worth it?
As a mom, I have always said, you're only as happy as your saddest child.
Their son Chase Chrisley also joins the conversation, opening up about his recent arrest and his struggle to cope while his parents were behind bars. Tamron Hall starts now.
You're very kind. Thank you. Mom, have a sit down. Listen, I appreciate the love. Thank you. Mom. Thank you. Listen, we have been out. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think you all are in a good mood because we resume season 7 with, I think, more exclusives than I've ever had in the history of this show. People want to sit on this couch and talk, and today is no exception. We have yet another exclusive for the Tam fam, one of the most talked about families in reality TV history, the Chrisleys. 10 seasons of Chrisley Knows Best made Todd and Julie larger-than-life world appointment television. Then came a federal case, and in 2022, a jury found them guilty of conspiracy to commit bank fraud and tax evasion. Prosecutors say they faked financial statements to secure loans. They served over 2 years in prison, and this spring received a presidential pardon and walked free. The Chrisleys have denied all allegations, and now they're back with a new Lifetime series. The Chrisleys back to reality, but they say life is not the same. Take a look.
Well, we survived.
The honeymoon wears off very quick. Do not underestimate who's coming back.
You haven't seen your spouse for 3 years. It's never going to be like it is before, and if they say that, then that's not true.
I want people to know the truth, what actually went down with my family.
There's a score to be settled. My dad is not one to play with.
I have nothing to hide.
We can tell this story today, and then we can be done with this part of our life.
I'm looking at this as me exposing the truth.
And depending on how long this interview goes, you might see more than what you bargained for.
Todd and Julie Chrisley join us for a daytime exclusive. Thank you for joining us. Listen, not a lot of people leave prison with a lot of fans. You have, I think, through the personas of the characters on your show and your own personalities now in the podcast world and space, you've truly connected with people. That's undeniable. But I do want to go back to January 17th, 2023. We actually have a photo of you saying goodbye to your kids. That is the day you reported to federal prison. When you look at those images, does it feel like a lifetime ago? Because now you're back in the studio, the glitz and glamour, you're back on TV. Julie?
It does. It seems like forever ago, but then in certain ways it seems like it was just yesterday. It's hard to explain.
May 2025, we have video of you both walking out of prison after being granted the pardon. Todd, what were you thinking?
I was thanking God. I was thanking God that it was over.
That it was over.
Yep.
When you went in, were you always lobbying for a pardon from the moment you all went in?
No, Savannah did all of that on
Yeah.
her own. We went to prison and we filed our appeal, and we waited on our attorneys to come back and tell us how the appeal was looking. And Savannah told us, I guess maybe about 8 months, 9 months before the pardon came into play, she says, I'm working on getting you guys a pardon.
Right. When she said that, what'd you think? Like, this is pie in the sky. Everyone who goes in wants to get out.
Right.
Absolutely. I think, of course, I wanted to be positive, but I was also being realistic. Because it just doesn't happen very often.
It's interesting, the cameras were already rolling when you all were coming out of prison.
Yeah.
Had you already negotiated the reality TV return?
No, it was being negotiated as we were going down the road after leaving the prison.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so take me to that.
The kids were already filming. So the kids were doing a documentary.
So the kids were doing a documentary.
And it just happened to fall that we received our pardon at the very tail end of it.
So the kids are filming a documentary about you all and their life behind bars.
Yes.
You get out of jail, the cameras are rolling. How soon did Lifetime call you guys?
They were on the phone as soon as I got in the car.
As soon as you got in the car?
Yeah. Like, we got notification of the pardon on May 27th. And we actually didn't leave prison until May 28th. Right. So I think those negotiations were happening during that 24-hour period.
Was there a hesitation to start instantly negotiating to get back on TV? Because obviously a lot of people say that's what got you in trouble in the first place.
Right, true.
I think there was I know there was reservation between Julie and I. But Savannah, when I got in the car, she said, "You're going back to work."
I was going to say, because you had to pay $17.8 million in restitution.
No.
How much of that had you paid?
No, we never had to pay any of that.
So you never had to pay any of it?
That's the whole press churning and creating a sensational headline. When we filed our appeal, all of that was put on hold.
Okay.
So there was no money.
So you had not paid anything, but you had paid, I think, around $300,000 in lawyer fees?
No, we paid about $3 million.
$3 million?
Yes.
Add the zeros.
Yes.
Okay, so that's even worse than I thought.
Yes.
Okay, so you paid $3 million in legal
Somewhere
fees.
thereabouts, yes.
So signing up for this reality TV show, that had to be a necessity, I would assume.
No, it wasn't a necessity, but...
Are you guys still rich?
I would never tell you again.
Well, I say that because if you paid $3 million for legal fees, that means you had $3 million.
That's correct.
Did you come out of prison broke?
No.
No.
If you read the tabloids, we came out $36 million
I don't read the tabloids. That's why I have you on. I don't read I go straight to the source.
Thank you.
So you didn't need to do the reality show for money?
No, we only did 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So, no, it was not for the money. It was, there needed to be a closure to the tail end of this documentary.
Okay.
And it made sense. I mean, it was the ultimate comeback story. Even though Lifetime, even though Savannah, they had no way of knowing that the pardon was going to happen or that it was going to happen when it did.
Right.
But it just happened the perfect timing. I mean, it really was.
I'm wondering, because I know that your first version of your reality life, I think it was your attorney who said that a lot of it was sizzle, a lot of it was TV. I think at one point you said you spent like $300,000 on clothes, and your attorney said, no, that's just a part of reality TV to hook folks in. I saw this clip of Julie and you right after she got out. Let me play it when you talk about her natural brown hair.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I first saw you, when I got out of that car, I started thinking about going back. But then I thought, let me embrace this. This is a moment.
Are you kidding me right now?
Well, I mean, it was a rough moment. It was a rough moment because I'd never seen you dark in my life. Julie, 30 years, I've never seen you with dark hair.
Well, I know that, Todd, but I didn't have any choice. I mean, I didn't have a choice.
I asked that because I'm watching this and I'm sincerely saying they spent, 2 years in prison?
2.5 almost.
2.5 years in prison. and it's like some version of Ricky and Lucy, and I don't know what's real anymore with you all. Do
Well,
you
I don't-
know what's real anymore?
We've always known what was real.
What's been real? Let's go to that. How do you describe the Chrisleys?
We are a very committed family and we're loyal to each other, and we have a very tight group.
Yeah.
And we're faithful to our Lord and Savior, and we live our life based on what we believe is right, not what the tabloids want us to do.
I know your mother, your family, at the very beginning of your relationship, your family did not want you all to marry, as I understand it. Well, they've been very clear on the show.
Right.
Now here you are with a guy that they tell you not to marry, and some would say the guy they told you not to marry got you locked up. Did you ever feel that way?
You know.
No, and I'm serious because I would be like,
You know, and I think that was a little twisted because my parents and Todd have always had a really good relationship. They really have.
but they didn't want you to get married.
But you know,
Well,
I
I had been married with two
right.
children.
with two children.
I'm not talking about the factors of why, but they were hesitant
Yes.
about
Right,
you
they
going
were
into the
hesitant,
relationship.
absolutely.
And there you are now in prison.
Right.
Was there one family member that came back and said, I told you?
There is not one family member
Really?
that has come to me and said.
Did you ever think it?
No, I did
Even
not.
when you were in prison?
Even when I was in prison. I knew. I know the whole story. I know what transpired. And I know that my husband did not have a part in it. And so for that reason, I don't have this bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. I don't blame him for it because I know the whole story. I was there.
Did you ever feel, I mean, because you were the front face of this family, right? A lot of the vitriol, a lot of even, to be quite honest, the laughs were because of quippy things you would say and do. So you're the nucleus of it. Now the family, the matriarch of the family is behind bars. Did you ever feel a sense of guilt because of it? Maybe
don't-
not in the sense of judicial, but responsibility to your family.
Absolutely, because, you know, when you love someone and, you know, when you get married, you're supposed to be a provider. You're supposed to keep your wife and your children safe. And so there were so many times during that time that I'm like, what could I have done differently? Because you have this time to where it's just you and God. And you're like, what could I have done differently? Or what should I have done differently? So yes, you have those moments.
I'm gonna ask you after the break, what did God tell you should have done differently? We'll be right back.
Coming up, the Chrisleys open up about what life was like behind bars.
In our prison system as a whole, men are catered to more than women.
And later, Todd and Julie's son Chase reveals how he struggled with his parents in prison.
I mean, I just didn't know how to really process my emotions and how I was feeling. So I just turned to drinking.